Hey guys, welcome back to Home Sweet Homes. My name is Sarah and today we are going to do a Fall Food Friday dinner recipe, and the amazing Fallon over at Moss Family TV has an open collaboration, and being pretty brand new to the YouTube world, I'm super excited to participate. So today we are going to cook a grilled garlic chicken recipe, and it is filled with garlic, and that's almost one of the only 3 ingredients. So we're gonna give it a try and I'll bring you along with me. All right, so we only need a couple ingredients. We need extra virgin olive oil, we need some chicken breast, we're gonna need a total of 7 cloves of garlic. I'm cutting the recipe in half. I'll post the whole recipe down below, but I'm cutting it in half because it's only gonna be Jake, Madison, and I eating it. So I have 5 or about 7 set aside that we're gonna start with, and I have an extra 2 here for later on. We need to season the chicken with salt and pepper, and then when it's all done cooking, we are gonna shake some parsley on and mix it into there. So we are going to take the oil and these garlic over to the pan and get them heating up before we toss the garlic in. All right, we're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of oil into our pan and start letting it get heated up. And we're gonna do it about medium to medium high. This will take just a minute or 2. And while that's heating up, we are going to grab the garlic that we need to add. Add this over here. I'm gonna toss that into this little dish, little ramekin. So it's there when we're ready. All right, now we got the pan and the oil heated up. It said to toss in the 7 cloves of garlic and let that slowly cook. So I turned the temperature down just a little bit, and we're gonna let this cook for 20 minutes, stirring every 5. See, my oil's nice and hot. So we're just gonna let that sit and do its thing. We'll come check on it every 5 minutes. And in the meantime, we are gonna go prep our chicken. Get that all cut into 1-inch cubes. All right, we're back at the cutting board, and we are gonna get this chicken cut into about 1-inch cubes, bite-sized pieces. So, I consider this kind of like a fall dish. I mean, you could eat it any time of the year, but something about a hot dish just packed full of flavor, and garlic is like our favorite flavor around here. Just sounded really nice now that we have a cold, rainy day to kind of have some warm chicken. And for dessert, I'm also going to make a fall-inspired treat. It's milk and cookies dessert. But the twist is I'm going to add a little bit of food dye, and then I'm also going to be making it with dairy-free ingredients to make it safer for myself, who's dairy-free, and my son. Okay, so we got it all cut into 1.5-inch pieces and a little Opie glitter. We're gonna salt and pepper it generously. Okay. And now we're gonna take it over to the stove. Okay, now our garlic has been cooking for about 20 minutes on low heat. And we basically just made a garlic-infused oil. We are going to remove the garlic and the oil and set it aside. All right, now so we don't burn the chicken, we're just gonna use 1 tablespoon of just the oil. So I'm gonna try to keep the garlic chunks out of it. There we go. All right, we have it in a single layer in our pan. We are gonna let it sit here and cook on this side for 3 to 4 minutes. And then we are going to flip it and let it finish cooking for an additional 1 minute. But at that point, after the 3 to 4 minutes, we're going to flip it and we're going to add the extra garlic that we need to press real quick. Nobody called the Food Network. I've never pressed garlic before, so I did my best. I don't know, it's like mashed. We are going to add this to our skillet after the 3 to 4 minute cook time on our chicken. Okay, the 3 to 4 minutes cook time on this side is over. We're done. So we're going to try to flip these guys over. just on the other side. All right, it's been cooking for a minute. Now we're gonna add our pressed garlic in and stir it around, and it's gonna cook for 1 minute. It's been about 1 to 2 minutes. Give it a quick little stir. And then we are going to turn it off the heat. We are gonna take this, scrape it all into a large bowl, and then we're gonna toss it with parsley and then serve. Now comes the fun part. We're gonna sprinkle in some parsley. I have a lot of parsley. Parsley's delicious. It's called for fresh parsley, but I didn't have any, so this is the next best. Then we're just gonna mix it up so there's a little bit of parsley on all of the chicken. All right, we wanna make sure we coat everything. Get a little bit of parsley on everything. It might need a little bit more. It's a little light. Get everybody in the bowl here. All right, and now I am going to put this aside in the microwave to keep it warm, and I'm going to chop up some broccoli to put in the air fryer. All right, so I'm gonna try cooking this broccoli in the air fryer. I see a couple of my YouTube moms that I watch all the time do it, and I've never tried it. So today's the day. We are going to chop this into a lot more manageable pieces, and we do not eat the stems. In order to get the kids to eat it, they will not eat the stems. So I'm gonna cut the stems off, and I'm gonna put them aside to feed to the dog. He loves it, and it's good for him. All right, we are going to chop all the little green leafy tops off and make sure they're in small manageable pieces for myself and a child too. Makes it easier to eat when they're bite-sized. And then once we get this all chopped up, we are going to put it in the air fryer on 350 for about 10 minutes, I believe. And then see how it comes out. All right, and now my favorite part, dessert. We're gonna do a dairy-free cookies and milk. Now we have to make our own whipped cream, and we're gonna use chilled coconut milk. And just because it's closer to Halloween, I'm gonna do a little food dye in it to make it orange. That's my plan. So we're just gonna go ahead and make the whole can. And it said to do it in kind of the smallest bowl that it will fit into, so it gets more air into it. And also, you need about a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. We don't always measure here, so we're just gonna wing it. That looks great. And if it's not sweet enough, you just add a little bit more. Now, I'm gonna wait to add the food coloring until I get it whipped just about where I want it, and then I'll decide how much whipped cream to add. So we're gonna plug our beaters in and start whipping this coconut milk into dairy-free Cool Whip. Well, my kitchen things just never go quite how I planned. Aww. So it said, the recipe I looked at said to buy coconut milk, just coconut milk, and then whip it up. But after whipping it for like 20 minutes, that's not gonna work. So we will stick with still the dairy-free almond milk, but we're gonna cheat and put Cool Whip on top. All right, so your almond milk. I got vanilla flavored because it's a dessert. Just pour some in a bowl so you can dunk your cookies in. So toss just a couple of them in here. Let them sit for just a second. Kind of toss them up. If you let them sit too long, they'll be too soggy for you to pick up. So you layer them in the bottom of your pan or your dish. I'm using a really cool vintage Pyrex dish. I love it. Now, in order to fit more, I'm going to break mine up a little. I want all the cookies and all my bites. Okay. beautiful. And since I'm gonna use all the whipped cream, you do just a thin layer, kind of around, and then you have a spatula handy, which now you do kind of smear it over. Beautiful. Then we're gonna keep doing that. We're gonna put another layer of cookies on top. Brought to you by, this is a failure chef moment. But it's gonna taste good, and nobody knows, right? Nobody knows how it turned out. Now I cheated and bought pre-made cookies. You could do all your own from scratch, and probably even better. But as you saw, I can't even make dairy-free Cool Whip, so we're gonna do with what we got. The best we can. All right. Now we're gonna put a little bit more Cool Whip on there. All the Cool Whip we have, which is not enough because I planned on making dairy-free. That's fine. The kids will love it. Right, Jake? Then we're gonna do one more layer. Mostly because I want to use all of these cookies. Perfect. Okay, now in a perfect world, if you had an entire can of coconut milk that turned to Cool Whip, or dairy-free Cool Whip, you would cover all of that in Cool Whip, and then sprinkle it with either sprinkles, or chocolate chips, or cocoa powder, your choice. We're gonna put this in the fridge now, and let it sit for about an hour to 2, and then we'll eat it after dinner. Alright, and if you were not surprised by my coconut milk whipped cream disaster, I pulled the broccoli out of the air fryer, and it tastes like a fish concert smells. It's brown and turns to ashes. So, who's that? It's Bob Evans. To save my home-cooked dinner, don't tell anybody, with some mashed potatoes. And lucky for everybody that lives here and gets to eat dinner in my kitchen, I have fun toppings. So let's whip it up, you know. Oh my god, I cooked it for as long as it said, and it's like, I don't know. Even Bob Evans sucks. I don't know. We're gonna mix it up and serve it up. It says Bob Evans, real potatoes. We'll see. Never had it, never tried it. Okay, that looks like I made it. Looks good, right? All right, we're gonna serve this up to the first unfortunate victim, we're calling it tonight. And then some chicken on the side. On top of these beautiful potatoes, I do have dairy-free butter and dairy-free cheese that'll go on top of mine. But I have shredded cheese for the real cheese eaters. So let's load up this homemade potato real quick. Maybe put enough crap on top, they won't notice. It's officially homemade by Bob Evans. Okay. Oh, a little bit of cheese love on there. And everybody loves a dollop of daisy. When you open that. This is my first day cooking at 32 years old, I promise. Alright. Now do the dollop of daisy. Or a long squirt. And I guess we're not doing a vegetable tonight. Oh well. We're also gonna eat dessert. life goes on, right? All right, there is my attempt. The chicken's delicious. I did try a bite of that. And hopefully the kids will eat the mashed potatoes. Thanks for cooking with me, and we'll see you again in the next Fall Food Friday video, and hopefully I have better luck.